Hello and namaste, my witchlings. What did I do now? Hello. Oops. I was talking before he finished opening or unmuting my mic. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I got my lip liner on, but not the lipstick. I'm doing great today. I see a Caleb. I see a Bean. I see an Andrea. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? It is Thursday. How the fluff is it already Thursday? Holy sheepskin. This month is flying. Donk. Haha. There's a reason for the sweater. Y'all will know soon. Put that where it belongs. My glasses. Hey, John. I forgot to take my gummies again. Damn it. I'll take them after stream. Oh, God, no. Haha, there we go. I can see. Oh, wait. I was wrong. That's where it came from, yes. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I am chaotic as ever, but in a very good mood today. I know. Saturday is Yule. Next Thursday is Christmas. It is just an awesome time of year. And I am stressing out and just freaking out because I don't want to deal with it. But I'm having fun listening to Christmas music. Spawn came in. Oh, it was Black Friday. And I had Christmas music playing in my office here as I'm making jewelry and decorating for Christmas. And he's like, damn, you really did just barely wait until the day after Christmas to start this shit, didn't you? And I'm like, I always decorate on Black Friday. Day after Thanksgiving. Sorry, my brain just... Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving here. And I'm popping that there. And I'm going to go for Tiger's Eye today. So we're going to go ahead and grab that right quick. All right, everybody. We are going to do our usual and say, please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be fighting you with the banhammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right, take a quick sip. And let's get started. Consider buying Witchy Mama a cup of coffee today. Makes a great Christmas present. I look funny without my hair. There we go. That's better. Okay. Dancing to the music in my head again. I'm having fun. See? Somebody shoot me. All right, y'all. Let's get going. Today's episode explores emotional hesitation, the need to pause before reacting, and the power of reaching out with intention. Guided by Makara Sankranti, we practice self-compassion, return to our center of power, and remember, we are here and it is now. Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome, welcome, welcome one and all to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Di, your favorite yoga witch and guide here. So let's get moving. Now go grab your favorite crystal. I have tiger's eye today. Light your favorite candle or incense. Cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug. And let's get going and step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling circle grow and it keeps our daily spiral turning. Oh, you can become a member of this channel now. Hey, Witchlings, I've got some super exciting news. You can now join us as a Witchling member. So if you are so called, I would love it if you would hit that join button down below, because your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. All right, and then step into the Di the Yoga Witch shop where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. You can browse my handmade intention-infused jewelry and then snuggle up with Di the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and so much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, and bring a little witchy sparkle into your everyday life. We have things like, and it's my favorite pair of earrings right now. I've been wearing them every day, but we have my adorable little tarot card earrings that I made. Check those out on the shop. Pop that back in my ear. All right. And that is DiTheYogaWitch.shop. All right. Now, let's see. Do we have news today? I don't think so. Right. It is canceled, yes. So, I do need to confirm with everybody. I am kind of sad. Kind of sad. There it is. Kind of sad. I was really looking forward to going to the MeWe fair this weekend, being a vendor there, and unfortunately it has been postponed. It will now be the 17th, 18th of January, so another month. I'm kind of sad, but that actually kind of makes me happy too. It gives me a little bit more time to prepare and make sure that I've got everything ready. So if you are interested in meeting me face to face, come on down to Bellevue, Washington, the 17th and 18th of January. Why is my brain glitching? Anyway, let us move on to birthdays. I feels bad. How are we doing with the new deluge? That's right. How are we doing with the new deluge of rain? We are doing okay so far. I am so thankful that we live where we do. We have had 2 levees break, one on the White River, one on the Green River, and yes, I have already made comments about the fact that they're both colorful. But we are thankfully just high enough where we are, and there's enough space between us and our fork of the river that we are safe. I will let you guys know if anything happens. But the worst that's likely to happen to us here is another branch coming down in the backyard or our power going out. Please let that not happen. Please let that not happen. I do not want to lose power again. Poor Sarge loses his shit. And then won't go outside and shit. But hey, what am I thinking? Arr. Arr. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Arr. I have lost what little bit is left of my mind. Did we really what? Yes. I only saw Connor yesterday. Didn't notice the one. I need to make sure that new people get put above. I feel bad. We missed a birthday yesterday and I feel really bad. Yep. I noticed. And she was yesterday. That's why I feel so bad. We missed a birthday yesterday, and I feel so bad about it because we had been talking about it just a few days ago that it was coming up. So, our witchling Chloe's sister is celebrating her birthday today, and I feel so bad for missing it yesterday. Happy birthday, girl. And then, our birthdays for our stream. Okay. My sister-in-law is celebrating her birthday. She is an amazing woman who makes my big brother happy, and I absolutely love her. Vaughn, I hope you and Jim have a wonderful day. Happy birthday, big sis. Happy birthday, Vaughn. And the flame grows. Oh, that is so cool to watch. Anyway. And we are also lighting our candle today for all of our witchlings and their loved ones who are dealing with tough situations, and my witchlings who are dealing with tough family during the holidays. I love you all. As I light my flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling and lost along the way. We are also holding this light and holding space for survivors and victims of gun and domestic violence worldwide, and remembering them here in our circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed. We extend an invitation to the ancestors to join us today. Oh no, that's not fun. Join us, join us, join us. One of us, one of us. Anyway, yeah, oof. It's that time of year. We had a branch come down night before last. During the late shows, because I was in the living room when it happened, and I heard it smack the roof and slide off, and I'm like, what was that? And the man behind the curtain's like, it was a branch coming down. I heard it crack, and I'm like, well, you were prepared for that. I wasn't. And now Brain isn't going to let me do anything if I don't go out and check and make sure that everything is copacetic. So we took the dog out, went and let them water the tree, and then we wandered into the backyard to check out how bad it was. It's not horrible. Didn't do any damage. Was not particularly safe back there. You know what I still have not noticed, because I haven't thought to look when I'm out there. There was an old dish TV, satellite dish, on that back corner of the house, and we've had one other branch hit it that broke it. I have not looked to see if this one took the damn thing down. That would be kind of entertaining. Yeah, that would definitely do some damage. Oops. So, the weather outside is definitely frightful, and we do not have a fire, so we're screwed. Yeah, we could have a fire. We do have wood. We just haven't done it yet. Hasn't been cold enough. Weirdly. Normally it's really cold by this time of year. And it is 41 degrees outside according to my picture frame. That is incredible. Nope, nobody was hurt here, so, and I, hopefully nobody was hurt with Andrea. Yep. And that stupid, it'll bang, and I'm like, what the It's not quite as bad as the dumbass woodpecker, though. Woodpecker. Stupid woodpecker. The answer to your question genuinely depends on A, who is out to start with, and B, their mood and wants and needs at that particular point in time. Because, yeah, we all have our own thoughts in here. Yeah, there's about 30 different answers to that question, and that answer could change depending on time of day. I mean, maybe right now I want to go to Portland, but one of the littles wants to go to Spain or Disneyland. Disneyland is a popular one in here, so is Disney World. So yeah, so many options. You swiped into my live stream. Why do you want me to shut up? And like I said, it depends on what time of day. Time of day, who I've been talking to, who I might want to go visit today. I have an app that tells me if I had a time machine to time travel, where would I want to go? And that drives me nuts every time I see it. Because if you're traveling with a time machine, you're going to stay in the same place. You're just going to change when. I mean, it's not like it's a TARDIS that can travel in time and space. Why would I want to go to Romania? Although I do know a few Romanians that would be cool. Exactly. All right, y'all. Let's talk holidays, shall we? It is time. Oh, no. It is time to go see what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of this day. And we've got some fun ones. So let me know how you plan on celebrating the holidays we talk about today. Tell me in the comments. I really love seeing how each of you brings these wonderful holidays to life. The first one is a near and dear one to my heart because I have many emo loved ones. It is National Emo Day. Today we honor big feelings, deep playlists, and the courage it takes to feel things fully. Emo Day reminds us that sensitivity is not weakness, it's awareness. Let yourself sit with the feelings you usually rush past, put on the music that understands you, and remember that emotional honesty is a form of strength. How will you be honoring your inner emo today, my witchlings? Then we have Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. This one is pure joy and zero seriousness. Ugly Christmas Sweater Day invites us to embrace delight, silliness, and imperfection because not everything has to be polished to be worthy of celebration. Wear the sweater, laugh at yourself, spread cheer, and let playfulness be part of your magic today. Are you rocking an actual sweater or channeling the vibe in spirit? As you can see, I have the sweater. Last but not least, it is Underdog Day. Today we celebrate the quiet fighters, the overlooked voices, and everyone who keeps showing up even when the odds are not in their favor. Underdog Day is about resilience, hope, and refusing to be counted out. Lift someone up, advocate where you can, or remind yourself how far you've already come. Who are you cheering for today, my witchlings, and how will you celebrate their strength? Those are our holidays. Hey, Arcs. And Just Jay. Oh, is that Aaron? That's kind of cool. I love new people. Yep, Aaron. That's a cool name. Oh, and Dragoo. Coolie cool. Last Christmas. I know. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. I'm so glad I started playing Reverse Whamageddon instead of, just Whamageddon. Give me just a second. I gotta move the mic for a sec. Because I have to move stuffs around. Because that's annoying me. That goes there. Microphone comes back. There we go. I fixed it. Look at that. Sorry. All right. I have not seen it yet. It is on my watch list. I will probably be watching it this weekend. If I can't talk the Spawn into taking me to see Wicked. I want to go see Wicked. Wicked will be fun. Which actress is it that was just on... I think it was Kimmel that has a part in Fire and Ash. Oh, God. Is it Sigourney? No, it was Sigourney Weaver, and she was on... What's it? Colbert. No, it was Kimmel. Anyway, yes, I want to see it. My brain is just... random access. I know. I want to see Zootopia too. What the flying fluff? Sorry. Sparkly rocks just attacked the candle. You go there. You go there. You are there. Now I can put the candle back where it belongs. The fact that I didn't swear when that happened kind of impresses me. I want to see Zootopia 2. I think it's already out on Disney, so... No, I think I've been pounding on my desk a little more than usual, and that rattles the entire thing. So, honestly, what I need to do is I need to cull the number of crystals I have under my monitor, so there's more room for all of them to sit neatly and not attack each other or breakable things on the desk. Oh, man. Now I want to redecorate the office badly, and we just know. Okay, y'all. Shall we move on to the cards for the day? Let's see what the cards are screaming at us now. Because they have been very talkative. I'll tell you a story about my desk when we get to chilling with the Witchlings. All right. Ready? Are you ready? Thank you, Beekeeper. All right, y'all. It is time for our oracles. Take a listen to what I'm going to read, and let me know what y'all think. Our oracles today are... Someone is unhappy. I need to reach out. And lastly, we trust the universe. Trust the universe. Trust the universe. Sorry. All right. Now, altogether, these cards are saying there is a sense that someone is unhappy, and it's enough to catch your attention here. You may feel called to act, sensing that I need to reach out rather than stay silent. Approach the situation with openness and compassion, then release the outcome. By choosing to trust the universe, you allow things to unfold in the way they are meant to. That's our oracles today. And now we have tarot. Now, insecurities and emotions may be steering the wheel right now, making it a little hard to fully commit or see clearly. Slow down, take a breath, and approach things with intention. Careful choices today can open the door to growth and professional recognition tomorrow. we are starting with the Eight of Cups reversed. You are unable to make a firm commitment due to insecurities and fear of becoming too close. You must learn to trust again and strive to achieve goals and recognition. Next, we have the Ace of Cups reversed. Your emotions are ruling your head and you are rushing headlong into a new situation. Delay. Last but not least, Three of Pentacles. There we go. Advancement in your career. Now, what do these cards together say? Well, let's see. The Eight of Cups reversed points to a need to rebuild trust in yourself and others, as lingering insecurities are making it incredibly hard to fully commit to your goals. The Ace of Cups reversed echoes this, suggesting emotions are driving your choices and pushing you to rush into something new before you've truly grounded yourself. Pause. Breathe and give yourself space to gain some clarity. When approached with care and intention, the Three of Pentacles promises collaboration and meaningful career growth. That's our tarot. And now, my witchlings, let us weave together the oracle and tarot into one sacred spiral, a single thread of guidance winding through each and every card. Drop me a comment to share what resonates with you here. The message begins with, someone is unhappy, and this awareness stirs a deeper knowing that ignoring it would only widen the distance. You feel the nudge that I need to reach out, but the Eight of Cups reversed shows hesitation rooted in insecurity and fear of fully committing. The Ace of Cups reversed warns that emotions are running high, urging you to urging you to pause rather than rush forward without clarity. By choosing to trust the universe, you allow space for healing and honest communication. When approached with patience and intention, the Three of Pentacles reveals that cooperation, growth, and tangible progress, especially in shared goals or career, can emerge from this moment. That's our reading. And now our affirmation. I trust myself to pause, listen, and respond with clarity and compassion. I release fear-based hesitation and allow my actions to be guided by wisdom rather than emotion. By trusting the universe and honoring honest communication, I create space for growth, cooperation, and meaningful progress. And that's our affirmation today. Whew. And that's our divination for today. Hey, Mimi! Hey, learn to grow. Yes, yeah. As Andrea said, yeah, the cards. Fuck my life. The cards regularly scream at us. Okay. You know what? I would love to chit chat with everybody, but we're kind of going to rush through this to see if we can maybe get through the rest of this before our power completely dies. So, we have Namaste. Namaste reminds us to find your center of power. Find your center of power. Your power may be in your legs. Some people hold their power in their shoulders or chest. Perhaps your power is in your core. Look for it. Feel for it. Once you find it, reside in that place with your mind. Let your power grow as big as it wants to and spread all over your body. Reside here for 8 minutes. Once you find your power, you know where to look the next time you need it. Your power will also help you understand how to set up healthy boundaries how to set up healthy boundaries to help protect it. I can read, really, I can. Namaste. Self-compassion. Self-compassion, y'all. A child in need. If a child told you they were a failure because of some small mistake, how might you respond? Can you try the same words and tone for yourself? Self-compassion, my lovelies. All right, self-compassion, namaste. What do you guys think of the self-care so far? Oh. All right, now we get the Sanskrit bit. Sanskrit bit. That's so much fun to say. Di is losing her shit. Sanskrit bit. All right, so today Tejas invites us to act with discernment rather than reaction. Notice where your energy is being pulled by distraction or unnecessary conflict and consciously redirect it toward what truly matters. This is a practice of energetic boundaries, protecting your inner fire from being scattered. When Tejas is integrated wisely, your presence becomes clear, confident, and quietly powerful. We goofed. Okay. Okay. No, I goofed by not fixing that yesterday. There we go. All right. And now, my witchlings, my darlings, my dears, it is time to honor the goddess of the day, a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Presiding over the sacred threshold between Earth's dormancy and the sun's return, Makara Sankranti awakens as a radiant mother goddess of abundance, love, and passion. Celebrated through the harvest festival of Pongal, she rises from the womb of the earth after a long slumber, restoring warmth, fertility, and gratitude to both land and people. Her blessings flow through light, water, and soil, reminding us that prosperity is born from reverent relationship with the natural world. To honor her today, begin with ritual cleansing and blessings for your home, and to strengthen bonds. Doing that again. To honor her today, begin with ritual cleansing and blessings for your home to strengthen bonds and banish illness. Acts associated with caring for cows, whether washing an image, a symbol, or even a cherished coin, invite prosperity and stability. Offer sweet rice in thanks, then release burdens to the wind through kite flying, or if the season is cold, by offering a small portion of soil to the breeze. In return, ask Makara Sankranti to replace heaviness with steady love, rooted relationships, and enduring success. That is our goddess today. Oh, goodness. Walmart. Sounds about right, learning to grow. That sounds like one hell of a haul, Mimi. Nice. All right, moment of Zen. Where did I set the book? There it is. Okay. All right, my witchlings, it is time for our little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. All right. H.L. Mencken says, "We are here, and it is now. Further than that, all human knowledge is moonshine." Okay. And then Soen says, "Only this. And that is our moment of Zen. Bless you. Him sneezed it in my ear. Okay. We have today's closing blessing now. All right. Here is today's closing blessing. May you be guided by clarity rather than fear, and may your heart find steadiness in moments of uncertainty. May trust replace hesitation and honest connection open the way forward. Go gently, act with intention, and know that what is meant to grow with you will meet you there. Our closing blessing. Yeah, that's James. Hey, James. Pretty sure that's James. Yes. It's either James or Alan. It's James. I can't remember. It is James. Okay. All right, my witchlings. It is that time. It is time to wrap up for the day. With the extinguishing of our candle, our circle is now open, and we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who chose to be with us here today. Yep. All right, witchlings, one little reminder. There are no corporate sponsors here. Simply magic and love. This channel is entirely supported by the Witchling community, so please do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing, and if you feel so called and can afford it, consider joining the channel here. All right. I'm thinking. Stick around for chilling with the Witchlings, but let's go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate. Please, let's try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark. Make sure you tell your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come way too soon. And if you take one thing and one thing only from what we do here every day, please let it be that you always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is genuine and real, even if you have not discovered it yet. I was 45 before I did. I love you guys all to bits. Namaste, my witchlings. Oh, that didn't help. All right, everybody, how are we doing? Yes, my desk. So, what I use for a desk is in reality an IKEA dining room table that was our dining room table in the house we lived in just before we moved over here. And when I got this office, we're like, what am I going to use as a desk? Because, well, None of them that were available would really work for what I wanted and needed. And the man behind the curtain's like, well, we have the old dining room table. It's too big to use in the dining room, so why don't we use it as a desk? And I'm like, actually, I like that idea. I like the amount of real estate it has. And because unlike a normal dining room table, it's a little narrow. It's only 2 feet wide as opposed to 2.5. So that is my desk, and I love this thing. And it's 6 feet long, so I sit at the far left side of it, and then I have like 4 feet between me and my unusable closet. So I love it. It's one of the best desks. My only issue, and it's not even really an issue, is that it doesn't have the storage that a typical desk does. But you know what? That's actually a good thing, because I call it our craft tote. It has all of my herbs. It no longer has the incense. I have enough incense. It has its own box. But I have my craft tote that has all of my herbs, my candlesticks, candle holders and stuff under there. And I've got storage under the desk, so that is awesome. And then, yeah, I won the lottery with this. I really did. And I'm glad the Munchkin didn't want it when they moved out, because technically it was their Christmas present from the man behind the curtain when we moved into the old house. Long story. There we go. Now I get to put my cards away, because I'm a smart cookie and I don't want to lose them. I am so very much looking forward to this weekend now, though. Yeah, that's why I hadn't closed it. I'm not sure if it's in my... Oh, oh, but yeah, I love it. I really, really, really did win the lottery with this. And we took... So... I also, as y'all see with my daily makeup, I love makeup. And I used to have a sideboard thing that has a mirror with 3 shelves on each side of the mirror. That my makeup was on. And it is now being used for something else, but there wasn't room for the mirror that sat on top of it. So that now sits here on my desk behind my monitor. And then I have some makeup organizer drawers that are my monitor stand. And then I have the cameras attached to one of the shelves of the mirror over here. There was one over there. And then my lights. And then I have 2 extra lights above me. And I love the mirror being here because I have, well, on the left side are our family members that I have pictures of. And then on the right side is my guardian cats that have kitties that are watching over me. And I'm going to be sad when we rearrange the office and I lose the mirror, because that is in the plan. But the current plan is to make sure that I still have space for the pictures and for the various little things that are on the shelves. Like one of my pigs, one of the Spawn's little wolves. So yeah. I know you guys can't see all of my stuff, but I really do love my office here, and I love my setup. At some point, I will make a way that you guys can see the setup, even if I just have to take pictures of it and share it in the community. And then let's see, what else am I doing? Last night I had my meeting with the political burnout support group that I have co-founded with a friend here in the local area. Originally, we were going to be meeting in person, and through discussions and figuring out what we're really doing, we have discovered no, we're actually better off meeting online, and that opens up the membership pool, for lack of a better way of expressing it, to people who are not here. And then last night was our 3rd month, and I'm like, hey, we were talking, and my co-founder has set up a Facebook group for us. And I'm dinking around, and we're talking about getting some content put into the Facebook group so we can open it up to, people who want to join. And I'm going through that, and I'm like, do we want to start a blog too? Because if we sign up for a Gmail account, that gives us a Blogger account or a Blogspot account. And she's like, ooh, I actually like that idea. Go for it. I was imagining having a big boxy computer in front of me and a camera set up slightly to my left. Similar. How big's my monitor, babe? Okay. I have a 32-inch monitor, and it's directly in front of me right here. That's why when you guys see me looking kind of off to the side instead of looking at you, I'm watching my monitor. And then when we're doing daily draw and anything that I'm reading my notes from, my notes sit right here. So I can mostly look at the camera and kind of kick my eyes over to what I'm reading. But the problem with that is I also tend to do this so I can really look at the camera, and I end up talking to the back of the mic, something he's yelling at me about on a regular. Not yelling, but y'all know what I mean. It's like, would you stop talking to the back of the mic? Sorry. Talk to the laptop, not the camera. Can't do that either, because then I feel like I'm turning and facing completely away from you guys, and which is one of the reasons we are going to be rearranging things. Yeah, I'm supposed to stay this way and, kind of look at y'all, or look this way, but I try. But yeah, I will take a picture from my POV and show you guys my setup here, because this is where I spend 95% of my day, is sitting here at my desk. And yeah, that's why I've got a ton of crystals there, and a ton of crystals there, selenite over there, my pens and my scissors over there. Yeah. He's doing pretty good. We're a little frazzled and stressed out because of the power blipping, and that freaks Sergeant out, which then stresses the humans out. But overall, we're doing okay. We're also a little stressed because Spawn is moving out the end of the month. And so, yeah, we're like, what are we going to do now? I'm looking forward to it, but not looking forward to it because that means I'm going to have the dining room available again. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. I am going to miss my child. And this is going to be the furthest he has lived from us. The Munchkin was down in Eugene for a few months. So I can't say this is the furthest any of my kids has lived. Currently the Munchkin is the furthest away from any of them again. But they are just in another Seattle suburb. Yeah. No, we won't have empty nest because we still have a bonus kid who's going to be taking over Spawn's room until we can find him a way to have a place of his own with roommates. But it's still interesting. Buddha needs a home. See Buddha. I'm trying to find Buddha a home. He's going to go there for now. And then I have a spoony friend who is going to encourage me at least 1 or 2 days a week to sit down and read, because I tried to read the Yasmin Gallinoran craft book, but a lot of it was exercises, and I forgot about that part. And trying to just read through it and do the exercises and tell you guys about it, it's just difficult. He's playing with my computer again. That is something I do have to say I really love. We have the Google remote entry thing, basically. Remote desktop, thank you. Where he can be sitting at his computer in the other room and take over my computer and just do stuff on it. And I just get to sit here and talk to you guys while watching things pop up on my monitor and my mousey go wee all over the place. It's great. But, you know, I'm weird. Something happening in North Carolina. Eh. Oh yeah, that'll work. Dun 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 dun. Trying. All right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna unplug that. Yeah. There we go. Haha. Okay. I think that's a decent view. That helps. You guys can't see me as well, but now you can see my setup. And you can kind of see a little bit more of my office. It was hurting staring at it through itself and on the screen. Working on fixing it. Boy, don't. Haha. Yeah, this is... There we go. This is basically my view. All right, now... And then the stuff that you guys can't see is that side, which is where my digital frame, my bookshelf, and my actual PC box are. But yeah, it's a little Dell, and it has been a very good computer to me. Which one? There we go. Yep, and then there's his setup. I am so freaking jealous of his setup. I'll be honest. That is 3 monitors. He has the one up top, and then one on the left and one on the right, and they're curved, and I'm so freaking jealous. Yay, that is awesome to hear, John. But yeah, you see how many views of my face he has up on his monitor right now. I find it kind of creepy and scary. I would not want to see my face that many times. It's bad enough that I have it twice. Hey, Will. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, our plan right now is... Oh, that's what you did. Okay. Let's see. We are going to be first emptying all of the furniture out of the room. That's going to be the first step. And then we are essentially going to just kind of rotate everything and we'll see if we can work things out from there. But yeah, so it won't be the window behind me anymore. It'll be that wall, and it'll be a little bit closer. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder. It's weird. Although it kind of... No, it is backwards, but and my brain was like, I wonder if that's what twins feel like, identical twins feel like when they're looking at each other. I don't know. Fucking twins on Jimmy Kimmel the other night, the ones that talk together. It's... You have 22 of me on your screen. That is so freaking hilarious because of that number. That number has followed me. So it makes it 22. That number is just following me around, I swear, y'all. He has 22. At times, there are 22 versions of my face. And when he's not careful, he ends up with like 3 of me talking to him, and I hear him going, "Where's the noise coming from? Where's the sound on? Where's the sound on? Which one did I forget to turn off?" Because there's always a delay. And so I'll say something, I'll start to say it, and then like 2 seconds later, he'll hear it start again. And it's annoying, but it's kind of amusing watching him scrambling, try to figure out where he didn't turn the sound off this time. Because I know that feeling. It's like, what the fuck did I miss? God damn it. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Andrea. But yeah, Mimi, I do the same thing. Hell, you guys have seen me do it during chilling with the Witchlings. I'm sitting here and I'll be just dusting my crystals, rearranging them, Swiffering the desk, rearranging where shit is. Certain things I have to keep in their space, their place, because I'm so used to reaching for them. Like, I have... Let's see. This has my favorite purple pens and a few that are just black ink, and my scissors that I use to open packages and boxes and shit. Oh, and the stylus that I use on my laptop monitor. So that stays right here. If I move it, I go absolutely batshit crazy trying to figure out where I put it this time. With it sits my wick trimmer. My whim tricker. Wow, Da, you're doing stellar. Just random shit gets thrown back there. That might actually fix that one. But yeah, Yep. But this is the chaos that is me, And I love it. Oh, because I need a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit of chaos. Elsewise, my brain just doesn't like it. Yes! I believe I picked this one up off the Zon. And here's the fun part. Okay, so you see the nice little stylus. It has a pen top stylus on that end and an actual pen in the other end. It is so freaking cool. And it's rose gold. Which, I love rose gold. And it's got the little bitty, okay, so it's got a little bitty stylus on this end, the little rubber one. This one is kind of a metal mesh that I didn't think would work on a screen, but it does. And then, like I said, this one, I can write on a touch screen with it. So if I needed to sign my name on my laptop, I can use this. It is, and rose gold. See, I feel that, Mimi. I am allergic to yellow gold, but for some reason, whatever it is that makes rose gold kind of pinkish is just enough to tweaks the yellow gold just enough that I don't react to it. So I love rose gold. And when I started yoga with dye, rose gold was the, accessory or accent of the year. And so I started doing a whole bunch of rose gold shit. And that's where we ended up with the pink. And that's why everything ended up pink in here. So, yay. I am so sorry you're not able to relax, Mimi, but I understand that one. I'm kind of that way when I'm over at my in-laws. I'm like, I know I should be relaxing, but I can't sit still and relax. I've got to be doing something all the time, which my mother-in-law loves, because one of the things that I would do when I was over there for any length of time, especially if my kids ate a meal there, I would do the dishes just because I couldn't not. The first time I did the dishes over there, she talked about the fact that I had done the dishes for 4 days. And I'm like, is it really that big a deal? And man behind the curtain's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, okay. And so when I would, and then we stayed there during lockdown. And when I would do laundry and everything, and his mom's just like, do you ever sit still? No, my ADD doesn't let me sit still very often unless I'm buried in my phone. I have to be doing something. And she's like, understandable. Not a bad thing. She doesn't like phones. She doesn't like electronics, but she did a lot of work on a computer at work, and she didn't want to fuck around with that at home. So I get that. And yeah. I know. But yeah. Yes. Relaxation potion. Yes. Ah, shit. I had a potion. Damn it. I had a potion bottle. And it was really cute. And now I've lost it again. Oh, man. Brain, let go. Oh, wait. My little potion bottle. It used to have a stopper. It was up with my perfumes. Yeah, I know. And that's what my poor son is dealing with, that with both of his grandmas right now. His best friend's Nana, who has been his grandma, is slipping into early dementia. And that's part of why he's moving over to that side of the state. 40s and 50s, that's true. So Nana is slipping into dementia, and my poor child is heartbroken. Understandably. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry to drag your day down, Will. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully next time you check in, we're on a happier topic. Topic? Wow, I can't talk today. My brain, my tongue, they just are not communicating well. I'm doing Stella. Stella? You're doing Stella. How are you doing Stella? I don't know. Shut up, brain. Have a good one, Will. Oh, nope. I'm actually, yes. Once we are done here today, I am going to pare down the crystals that are on the desk. Stick a bunch of them into the spare caboodle I have. And figure it out from there. Well, the Stella I was thinking of when I said I'm doing Stella was Thorin Stella. Ah, okay. I don't know. Thor's pretty cool. I miss him. Probably. I know. Unfortunately, he's a Trumper, though, and that makes me sad. Go make coffee. Coffee. I am... Oh, Will just left. I am just... My brain is not okay today. It is just... And here's the thing. I was completely prepared and ready and sitting here with everything but my lipstick on before we got started today. I got everything prepped, everything typed up, and I was doing awesome. So a hell of a boss is popular in this clan. But I feel I was ready, but my brain is worse than usual. So either I let my brain be good and run a little bit late, or I get everything prepared and my brain is now glitchier than usual. I knew he was going to go make coffee. I did not expect him to pop up in the hallway right outside my door and whisper at me. So, y'all are lucky I didn't scream at him. I haven't watched it yet. However, I get yammered at about it by all of the kids. So I have to sit down and watch it some soon. The last animes I watched, I did watch some Owl House. I need to finish Owl House. I have watched Satan is a Part-Timer, I think is the name of it. And I can't remember the third one that we were watching. I have, however, seen the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I am trying to get my brain to decide we're going to watch Korra. I really want to watch Korra, but we haven't yet. Oh God, yeah. First 48 is trippy. I'm trying to stay away from some of that stuff though, because my usual go-to prior to about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago was escaping cults, escaping polygamy, those kinds of documentaries. And as fascinating as they are, I really need to watch something else. And I love nonfiction. It is so freaking weird. I have turned into that woman. The one who watches nothing but documentaries and reads nothing but nonfiction books. And I really miss my fiction and my fun stuff, but I did actually... Oh, shit. What's the name of the show? I have been watching a couple of shows lately. I can't even remember the actor. Shit. I am losing my ever-loving mind. I don't know if I want to say it was probably... Was it on... So that's not going to work. I'm really mad at myself now. It was not on Peacock, I don't think. Might have been Netflix. I'm trying to remember the name of the show. I can't remember if it's The Order or what. It is The Order, and it's on Netflix. So I started watching The Order. I am halfway through the first episode of Lock and Key. I need to finish AKA Charlie Sheen. That was really interesting to watch. And then, yep, we have a runner. And then I have, Sanctuary: A Witch's Tale is being recommended to me. I'm watching Carnival Row. Has anybody else watched Carnival Row? Let's roll out. Hell yeah. As long as it's B. B was always my favorite. And now I can't decide if I would want it to be, would I want it to be the original Bee, who was a VW Bug, or do I want modern Bee, who's a Camaro? I really think I would rather have original Bee, because I love slug bugs. They're just... Let's see. And then there's Tubi. But it would be fun. But let's see. Who would I want to spend... What fictional character would I really want to spend time with? Oh, the little kid in me. One of the littles is screaming Lion-O, but I could not stand hanging out with Lion-O. He's an immature, whiny little bitch boy. Prince Adam could be fun, as long as he brought Cringer along. No, what? Oh. We'll talk about that one later, Mimi. That one sounds interesting. That sounds like the cleaning lady. I think that is the cleaning lady I'm thinking of. But yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like me watching that shit, but so I don't much. Oh my god, Lion-O is the leader of the Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Ho! Anyway, nope, never watched the show in my life. That's awesome, John. They rebooted the Thundercats for my kids' generation, and it just wasn't quite right. Yeah, I think I'd want to hang out with Prince Adam and, I can't remember She-Ra's princess name. Nope, it's completely gone. But I wouldn't mind hanging out with them. I think it'd be kind of fun as a little kid to have watched, or to have hung out with the Care Bears. Hell yes! Why did I not think of Nick Fury first? I mean, come on, y'all. Here's a tidbit of trivia for you as far as Nick Fury goes. So many of us who are familiar with the old, with the original Marvel characters, right? Nick Fury originally was white. Still had the patch, but he was white. And then at some point they brought in the black Nick Fury. Now, there is a reason that Samuel L. Jackson was cast to play Nick Fury in the MCU. Because Black Nick Fury was based on Samuel L. Jackson. So the fact that they got him to play Nick Fury was just... It was destined to be. Yes, Punky Brewster would be fun. I actually would enjoy hanging out with Soleil Moon Frye just as herself. Could you imagine hanging out with Soleil Moon Frye and Melissa Joan Hart together? Sabrina the Teenage Witch or Clarissa from Clarissa Explains It All. See, that's why I haven't been able to watch it, is I was afraid of that. Ron Perlman was a great Hellboy. I love the Hellboy movies. Fucking Kimmel last night. Oh my god. Mark Hamill was on Kimmel last night. It was his wedding anniversary, Mark Hamill's. But he decided to spend the day standing at his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, talking to people saying, hey, will you take my picture with this star? Because, you know, I've heard he was a really big actor, yada, 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 and just talking about it. And nobody recognized him. Finally, this young woman walks up, 20-something, FaceTiming her boyfriend. And he stops her and he's like, hey, can you take my picture? And blah, 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 blah. And he's like, see, I'm even wearing the guy's picture. He had Mark Hamill on his t-shirt. And so, she's like, I'm FaceTiming my boyfriend, but here, I'm going to show him. And she's like, are you actually Mark Hamill? He's like, no, I'm not Mark Hamill. And she's like, oh, you totally look like him. I would have thought you were if you hadn't said that. And he gets her to take a picture of them. And she's walking away, still FaceTiming with her boyfriend. And as they walk off, her boyfriend's like, that was totally Mark Hamill. I think it is. It might be on Netflix too. I'm not sure. But that was hilarious. Nobody recognized him. And as they wrapped up his little bit, I'm like, he should have laughed like the Joker. He should have just let out a Joker laugh. Everybody would have known. No, they wouldn't, because most people don't realize that Luke Skywalker is the voice of the Joker. There's a couple of episodes of Batman the Animated Series where Mark Hamill is voicing all three characters in the scene. Could you imagine that one? That would have been hilarious. See, I am babbling and yammering at you. There's some interesting movies on Tubi right now. Awesome sauce. I know what I'll be doing later. Underworld. And there goes the puppers. Oh, that's why. Okay. I didn't even notice what time it was. But yeah, Mark Hamill is just awesome. And then they were talking about how long they'd been married, and he said, we got married on this day in 1978. You do the math, and I'm like, ooh, you've been married for 47 years. Didn't even have to think about it. And the man behind the curtain just kind of giggled and snorted at that one. I'm like, what? It's not like it was difficult. Yeah, he gets on to me for sharing too many details of why I'm in a shitty mood. Because if I overshare the details, that puts him into a shitty mood, and then we just feed off of each other, and it ends up not being a pretty day. So, he is hyper empathic. I mean, it's great. Please hear every drop of sarcasm there. Let's see, what else are we doing? MeWe has been moved. One of the options for the MeWe fair reschedule was the weekend of my birthday, and I'm like, please no. I don't want to have to. I want to do stuff on my birthday, but I don't want to have to work on my birthday. So there's that. It would be. You're right. It probably would. He's saying it would probably end up being my greatest birthday ever because people would take pity on me, because we all know I'm not going to be able to keep my mouth shut about the fact that it's my birthday. It's like, hi, it's my birthday. Buy something from me. That would actually be really effective too. Watching a video this morning as I'm putting my makeup on, and just before he logged it, remoted into my computer, and it was a young woman who uses a wheelchair talking about one of the cons, and I now cannot remember which con it was, but it was in Columbus, Ohio. That I remember. And it was just not spoony friendly. If people rented a wheelchair and then stood up out of the wheelchair to walk through the quote-unquote metal detector, their chairs were taken back to rentals because they didn't need the chair. People were going through the quote-unquote metal detector that only detects things that are shaped like a weapon, okay? And this is at a con, so anything that might be usable as a weapon has to be disabled. And they were taking people's folding canes or collapsing canes and zip tying them shut. So the cane is now not usable. They zip tied someone's wheels on their wheelchair, so that was not usable. How the fuck is someone in a wheelchair supposed to get around if you zip tie their wheel to the point it can't roll? Wheelchairs were being fucked with. Canes were being zip tied shut. Walkers were being confiscated. So basically, durable medical equipment was being rendered useless. Service animals were being removed from their people. And it was frustrating for them. Sorry. But the whole reason I'm talking about it is she had the same glasses frames I do. And that was kind of what got me started watching her video. And then hearing about this con, and it's one that they do all over the country. I'm like, this is not one I want to attend, and I really want to tell my kids not to either. Yes, it very much is. And they are passing the buck and saying, oh no, we weren't telling them to do that. And yes, it's a dark topic, and I apologize for that. And I'm going to have to look up the name of the con, because one of the reasons I'm talking about it is I want people to be, yes, go to our video. I want people to be aware of it happening. GalaxyCon. It was GalaxyCon. Awesome. That's okay, John. But I want people to be aware of the fact that GalaxyCon did this, so as to basically, let's not support a crappy group like this. One of the things she said is she talked about this in a previous video and asked for comments from her viewers who have also, or there, I apologize if I'm misgendering you, my friend. But asking people who have been to other GalaxyCons about their experiences, and apparently the security company that they are working with in Columbus has multiple complaints at GalaxyCons, and GalaxyCon has said, oh, we're not going to work with them next year. Next year comes around, and guess what? So they're hoping that this will finally put an end to that. And I am nervous that if they're doing this in Ohio, are they doing it here? Because I think GalaxyCon has a Seattle. Oh, you're good, John. For me, that I would have been like, okay, you're screaming the name of the show. It's on YouTube! Because I do that shit. I'm so glad it's the people who know me well in here right now, and I can be ridiculous like this and go off on 15 different tangents, and they don't care because they know me well enough to know I'll get back there eventually. I'm insane. Now, every time he said, just don't call it the weave, and I'm like, every time I hear him talk about the weave, one of my first thoughts is, you don't have enough hair to put a weave in, dude. Don't tell him that. Let's not give him ideas. Let's not give him ideas, but oh my God. Oh, no, we are not envisioning the fascist fucking Cheeto with dreadlocks. Oh my God. And a Rasta hat, really? My brain is evil. Who needs AI when I have my brain that can create images of just about anything? Oh my gosh. Fuck. Nope. That involves somebody being... Nope, not going to talk about that. Come on. What else are we talking about? Oh! How many of us are familiar with the movie Dude, Where's My Car? There's a reason I'm going here. I think about that movie frequently when I'm doing daily draws because I do the and then. Apparently, the man who wrote that movie, that was his only really big hit. He did work on that 70s show. That's part of why Ashton Kutcher was in the movie. But he never managed to get anything picked up or made again. And he struggled with it for a long time. And eventually decided, do I want to keep doing this because it makes me happy, or do I want to do something else? And he decided, no, we're changing tracks here. So he went back to school, and Dude, Where's My Car is now a therapist, a marriage and family therapist. And he has written a self-help book. The name of it is Dude, Where's My Catharsis? And I'm like, that is so bad, but so good. And he admits that it was the perfect time to make that movie, and if he tried to make it today, it would not sell. Because too much of the humor is not okay in today's climate. I can get that. Have I seen the movie? Not by my choice. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes. But Dude, Where's My Car? Pink Floyd's The Wall, and something else. I cannot remember which one. Oh, shit, there it is. Nope. What? Jay and Silent Bob. Alanis Morissette is God. No, Alanis Morissette is God. Alan Rickman is the angel Gabriel. He just got the rights back for it, so it is finally coming out on DVD again, and he put it back in theaters for one night. It's not the Four Brothers. This is. If I could come up with with Silent Bob's actual fucking name, it would help. Unfortunately, that is Jay. Go with him. Kevin Smith. Yes, Kevin Smith. It's his other movie. Yes, thank you, Dogma. Dogma was the other movie that Gary made me watch. That one was far more enjoyable. So, my little brother, may his memory ever be a blessing. Oh, God, I've got to see that one. Yep, Dogma was 99. He lost rights to it, or he never had rights to it because of the way it was produced and shit. And then some rich mofo bought the rights to it. And he just last year got the rights back, and he put it back in theaters for like a one-day thing, and it was traveling. So, yeah. Yes, Kevin Smith's View Askew Universe. Kevin Smith is just fucking awesome anyway. That was my introduction to him. Yep. That's kind of cool. He's reading to me information about Alanis and her involvement with Matt Smith and Kevin, whatever the fuck is, or with Kevin Smith and Matt, whatever the fuck his last name is. Country music fella. God, it's been so long since I saw it. I can't remember which country artist was in it. But yeah, Dogma was fun. That one I do not regret my little brother making me watch. God, I miss him. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I will make that happen now that it's a possibility. Oh, and I did something different with my hair. I haven't done 2-strand braids in forever, and I was just bored last night. Yes, Matt Damon was in it. Matt Damon played one of the other angels, if memory serves. Oh my God. We'll have to fix that. He has not seen it. It's a very good movie. Your senior year. Or right after graduation. There we go. There we go. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, that's right. Let's see, what else are we doing? So, Saturday is Yule, and I want to do something for you guys for Yule. I just have to figure out what we're going to do, because of the fact Saturdays are usually our day off. But it's Yule, and I want to do something on Yule. Please say something so I know that my earbud connected correctly. Okay, there you are. All right, good. So, oof. I feel kind of bad because I need to get some Yule gifts made. Trying to figure out what I'm doing with those Yule gifts is the entertaining part. But such is life. I'm really pissed at myself. I had one Yule gift made, and it was a pair of earrings. I have now lost one of those earrings. So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do there. Yup. I did, speaking of movies and sequels and shit, I have now seen Clerks. Don't think I've seen Clerks 2, but I did watch the reboot of Clerks. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I have not seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike. I have seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. There is also a Clerks 2, which I think is the one where the guy. Oh no, it's Clerk. Yeah, Clerks 2. It's where the main guy gets married and loses wife and child, etc., etc. I've watched that one recently. Yeah, I watched it here. Trying to remember names, but that was fun. I'm trying. Oh, where this was going. Sequels, movies, good movies. I have actually managed to see the Bill and Ted movie that was made recently. I caught it while I was on the plane to Florida. My brain is doing its thing. Few years ago. Okay, yeah, I did. I caught it on the plane to Florida after we lost. God, what? Yeah. Because I was so happy about the fact that they had it. It meant I got to watch it finally. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. And now, Keanu Reeves and Black Dog. Ah. Okay. But the Bill and Ted were recently, I think they still are on Broadway doing a show together. That was cool. You know, that is the one thing I regret living. Alex Winters, yes. Alex Winter. That is one of the things I regret about living in the Pacific Northwest. To see the really good theater, you got to be in New York. And other entertainment is mostly centered in LA. And I love that. Oh, Randy Travis. Yeah, Waiting for Godot. Godot. Yeah. I know that we pronounce the name, we mispronounce the name because it's supposed to rhyme with something in one of the lines, and I can't remember. Randy Travis is awesome. I have actually gotten to see him in concert. It was him and the woman who sang the duet with Reba in Does He Love You? Because she sang that song in the concert. Man, that was a long ass time ago too. Jiminy Christmas. What? I feel like I'm babbling at you guys and just making absolutely no sense right now, but you know, that's me. He's a fuzzy boy. Yeah, it's just Mimi and Andrea that I'm chit-chatting at. So not complaining though, I'll tell you. John may be back in. Yeah. Oh. Not even Andrea. Andrea disappeared. Uh-oh. She'll be back. Raindrops keep falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet were too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops keep falling on my head. They keep falling. Anyways, I sang that song for choir in like 3rd or 4th grade. It's a good song though. Yeah, no shit. Oh, we know. Yeah, yay, Mimi's still here. At least I'm babbling at somebody besides my husband. I'm trying to figure out what I should talk about, what I don't need to talk about, what I need to do, and it's all just kind of squishing into my head, trying to squish itself into one word. John's still here. Okay. Oh, he'll now register on the viewers. So let's see. Oh, stickers. I did get what the fluff? Did I just an ear? What the hell? It fell out of my ear. There it is. Ha ha ha. Oh, I babble at myself pretty consistently. That's why I'm concerned about doing it on camera. People already know I'm crazy. Don't need to confirm it. Let's do. Oh, stickers. So, I got permission to give away stickers at the fair. So I am now in the process of organizing my stickers into one thing that I can take with me. That's going to be fun. Oh, mercy. I made a bracelet the other night. Was really proud of it and really happy with it, and then left it sitting in the wrong place. It got knocked off the desk and broken. Yes, I argue with myself. There are times when, talking to myself is the only intelligent conversation I get. Hi, you want to come here? Come here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I got you. I got you. You yelled at me. You get put on the desk. Ha! Oh, look at that fur. Sorry. He's a good boy. Oh. Yep, wrong end of the cat. Oh. That be dang. Yeah, and it be stanky. This child. He's a good boy. You're such a good kitty. There we go. Now we get 20 minutes of kitty purr. Purr therapy. We get purr therapy. Go for it. Yeah, damn Edna. I don't know if I should be pleased with that comparison or offended by it. Dame Edna's pretty cool. I'm just here chit-chatting with my viewers. It's chilling with the Witchlings. We're done with the divination for the day. And somebody decided he had to come say hi. Yeah. Are you going to chomp on me? No? Okay. Look at the kitty baby. Hey, sweet boy. Can you hear him? Look at the kitty. There's a kitty cat. There he is. And he's not even facing the mic. He's a good baby. He's a fuzzy butt. He's a fuzzy butt. He's a happy kitty. Yeah, look at this happy boy. He's such a happy cat. He's so happy and contented, and you've got fur ever. You are shedding so badly. You'll need a brushing. Gosh. Should I get the rake and rake your fur like I do Tucker's? And I said his name. All right, Andrea came up with a cute something. Axolotl song. Oh, Lord. Axolotl. Oh, you want to see the axolotl kitty? Oh, no. Mom, pet me. Okay. He is just chilling. He loves just he wants my chair is what it is. This little furry bastard will jack my chair every time I get up. Yeah. Because he thinks he is Mom. I have pictures of him when he was a kitten. I had made ham for dinner that night. And I got up for something, or just hadn't sat down yet. And he is sitting in my chair with his nose just kind of looking at my food. And I captioned one of them, "I can has ham." And the other one, "Dinner time." And we're sitting at this at the table that I'm using as my desk. Yeah. You're good. You're so happy. I am so lucky. Yeah, I am so blessed to have you as my kitty boy. You're so happy and so contented and so easygoing. You don't even mind Sergeant pumping you half the time. Occasionally you get mad and body slam you. My happy boy. I swear I could spend half an hour sitting here on camera just petting the cat with him purring, and it would probably be one of my highest viewed videos. ASMR, cat purr. Yeah. Look at the fur flying everywhere, though. I love it, Andrea. That is so cute. Oh, itchy. Are you a good kitty? We're a good kitty. Let's see. What am I doing this? Yep, Wool is Saturday. Started telling y'all about the Civic Care Collective. I am co-founder of a group that is our primary function is political burnout. If we manage to connect people who befriend each other and decide they want to go to protests and rallies together, fantabulous. That is not the main focus of our org, though. Our main focus is things more along the lines of direct action. Yeah. And we are working on, I generated a list of things that are direct action and things that we can do with little to no money, right? And these are things like host a food drive, host a clothing drive where you collect jackets and hats and gloves and socks. Oh yeah, sorry. And then you donate them to a local shelter or organization that will disseminate them. Hello, Andrew. What I'm planning, I am planning on hosting a food drive and potentially a textile drive, a clothing drive for jackets, hats, gloves, and socks, because it is December in the Pacific Northwest. Part of the reason that my event this weekend was postponed is because we are expecting snow soon. And I know people who have been on the street in that kind of weather, and I cannot imagine being out in something like that without warm clothing and sleeping bags that are meant for sub-zero temperatures, etc. So that is what I'm going to be doing, as well as hopping down to my local food bank and donating some time with them. Don't have food to donate right now, but I do have time. Sorry. Oh, shit. Doo-doo. I agree with you, Andrea. Andrea says that listening to a kitty cat purr is enough to put a person at ease, and she bets a cat's purr can stop wars. Unless one of the people waging war is a cat, is not a cat person. You're good, John. We understand. But this group that I'm part of is really, really important. And we started because we both are part of Indivisible, but Indivisible is so intent on being lawful good that they cannot make space for anything that is anything but. Right? And yes, I did say hello to Andrew. And so we were trying to decide how do we get this direct action, right? How do we get to doing this direct action care, this mutual aid, which is kind of along the lines of what I was going on about yesterday with bartering. I want to learn astrology. My astrologist friend wants to learn yoga. So we swap skills there. That's mutual aid. Or I have time and I am quite good at maneuvering websites, so I know someone who needs help signing up for food stamps or medical care. And I'm like, cool. I know that particular website like the back of my hands. Do you want me to help you do it? I will actually sit here and do the computer part. You just tell me the information, and I can do that. That is another thing I can do that doesn't cost any money, but it's still beneficial, right? Right. And that's kind of what we're looking to do with this group. If you're interested, let me know. And we are a Discord and a Facebook group currently. I'm not sure who all has what, but this is very much a passion project. Yes. I think so. I'll make sure. No, I'm not sharing the links yet. He's a happy cat. You're good, Andrea. Amazingly, I do not have a ton of black fur on my tummy right now. I'm shocked. Let's see, what else are we doing? I strongly encourage all of you, because I know most of my viewers are like me and not rolling in dough. If you really want to help your people and your community, do something like organizing a food drive or a clothing drive, or even both. Because right now, with the cost of groceries going up, and the cost of everything going up so much, if you have something that you're not using and somebody else needs it, I mean, work out a swap or organize a clothing drive. Hell, organize a potluck for your community, because that feeds a bunch of people. And you get to know your neighbors a little better. And once we get to know each other a little better, people are a lot less suspicious of each other. Kids have a better time growing up if everybody in the neighborhood knows the kids and can keep an eye out for them. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a given. I'm going to have to pick him up and move him anyway. But, you know, a community potluck is an awesome idea. And it doesn't cost anything other than food you already have in your house that you were already planning on feeding yourselves. So, why not? So, I'm considering doing something like that, except, well, my neighbor at the other end of the street rents food trucks and owns 3 restaurants. I think he's going to outcook me. Better? Okay. We have actually, this is something the man behind the curtain and I talked about doing over the summer. Because it is just 1, 2, 3, the 4 houses here on our end of the street. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the 4 houses here on the end of our street. We have talked about just closing down part of our street to have a block party to get to know our neighbors better. I think it'd be fun. Yes, exactly. If you do not make a 6-digit salary, things are going to be rough for quite a while, and we really need to start looking out for each other. And the first digit of those 6 almost needs to be a 2. And we need to start looking out for each other more. And honestly, we need to watch out for our neighbors who are needing to, watch out for cute winter boots. So I am picking up my grandparents' torch of anti-fascism and I am running with it. So I would really love if you guys would join me in it. Get to know your neighbors. Get and get to know them better than just knowing, okay, I recognize you, you live in that apartment or you visit that apartment regularly, so you're a familiar stranger. No, 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 no. Get to know their actual names. Yes, National Night Out. National Night Out is still a thing, but see, here, the National Night Out thing that we do here, that all happens up at the PD, police department. And here's an interesting little tidbit for you. The town I live in does not have its own police force. We contract with the next town over. And even that's not happening anymore because now we're going back to, are we going to have our owner? Yeah, we're going back to having just county mounties. That would be awesome, John. Yeah, so, but yes, National Night Out is an awesome time to do something like that. Or go Christmas caroling. Get your neighbors together and go Christmas caroling. Get to know each other that way. Or have somebody rent a Santa suit, borrow a Santa suit or whatnot, and have a little Christmas party where the kids get to sit on Santa's lap. Or just stuff like that. Anything to get people involved with their communities. That is one of the reasons why I started volunteering with the Downtown Foundation here in my town and doing things like being crossing guard for the Halloween trick-or-treat downtown or working with the block party that our community has every summer or the Christmas tree lighting at Christmas time. That's part of why I do those things, just so I know my community. I have lived in this town for 13 years, and it's only been in the last 2 that I have really started getting out there and trying to get to know people. And I love it. I love the fact that I'm getting to know people. I did too, Andrea, and when we moved here and realizing that we didn't, it was interesting. And we have bounced between joining forces, haha, pun intended, with the next town over, or being just county. The town that the man behind the curtain grew up in uses the county sheriff. They don't have their own PD because they're that small a town. It's really, really weird to me because every other place I have lived had their own police force. Wait a minute. Dude, I think Tri-City uses Myrtle Creek's police department. I know Canyonville has their own, but I believe they primarily use Douglas County. So yeah, it's unincorporated. Well, at least we're almost to our 2 hours. Although I really want to make a comment about what he was repeating, and I'm going to be nice. But you know what I'm thinking. Or more to the point, who? We had Terra Destroyer pop back in again, trying to spam us. C'est la vie. But nope. Let's just say what they were saying reminded me of our ex-brother-in-law. Yes, exactly, Mimi. People are not my favorite things in the world, but I do also realize that knowing my neighbors, will help me know when somebody who shouldn't be walking up to the door next door is. You know what I mean by that? Or the neighbor clear down at the other end of the street, the one who rents food trucks. He had a cinder block. He had a cinder block that was sitting in the middle of the road for him to, it was a wheel chock for one of his rental trailers, or it was sitting there for the tongue brace. I can't come up with the word to be set on. And the trailer was gone for a day, and somebody broke the cinder block and shattered it on the sidewalk. Picked it up and shattered it on the sidewalk. I was furious about that. Same family also has an RV that they're, I think, fixing up and then going to get rid of, that had a crack in the back bumper. Back bumper was still fully on the vehicle. When we walked the dogs night before last, we discovered that bumper had been yanked. Somebody had tried to rip the bumper cover halfway off. And it's frustrating. This is why we can't have nice things. And I know part of what's happening there is at that end of the road is a trailhead for one of the county or state trails, hiking trails, and it goes right down our street, and then right past that RV there's the sidewalk to go and cross the main drag. But for the love of all things holy, why destroy somebody else's property for no reason? It doesn't make sense. And guess what, y'all? Hey, look at that. It is that time, my loves. It has been 2 hours, and I am going to wrap this up because we have podcast at 5:30. I have to finish writing my script. I've got most of it, but a couple of things got wonky. So, I will say a fond farewell. That's okay. And please get out there and spread love, joy, and kindness. There's enough darkness and hate. We don't need to add to it. Make sure your loved ones know you love them. We don't know how long we have with them, and that last goodbye sucks. And if you take only one thing away from everything we do here, please let it be that you always, always remember that you are loved, wanted and needed. You do have a reason to be here, even if it hasn't made itself clear yet. I was 45 before I figured myself out. I will see you all soon. I love you all to bits. Namaste, my witchlings.